welcome everybody. Just waiting for my guest. When he comes in, I'm gonna talk about a founder. Well, he created a company, and this is what I'm talking about. QuadraClicks. So, give me a second while I grab the link. I want to copy the link and text a link to that person. Bear with me. I'll start in a minute. I'll put that for now. I'm not gonna look for graphics. Give me a second. Sorry to put. You're welcome to come in if you want to be part of this. Shark Fin, I know it's late notice, but it's your call. Let me say hi. Ricardo, thanks for coming in. Shark Fin, give me a second while I send this link to this person and to his text. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm gonna. Thank you for your patience. So let's get started. Hello, Mom. Thank you for being here. I got a guest. So I'm waiting for the guest to come in. So I'm going to get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. This is Tech for Your Needs. And today we're going to talk about a company, and the guest is coming pretty soon. So today's a happy day. Mom is here. So if you want to be part of the guest, let me know, Shark FinTech. You can help me direct this. So bear with me, folks. So let's get started. So like Carson said, I got a guest coming. I got my tablet to read the comments because it's too far. So let me open this comment. So I'm just waiting for the guest to come in. What's up, Easy Computer Solution? Salute to you, brother. Yeah, I got the product and everything. I'll just show just the box quickly. Good packaging. Y'all can read this better like this. Hey, Barry Johnson. The cruise is here. Hopefully the guest is not too late. Okay, that's fine. Shark Fin. Nice case. Rinky Fusion. So I just want to show this case. This is my favorite case. Okay, I'll talk about it later in another video. I digress. Yeah, just waiting for my guest. So yeah, bear with me, folks. Any questions? Hey, LaShawn, thanks for coming in. So yeah, let me get back over here, look at the camera. So yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I got a guest, so the guest's gonna talk about the product, showcase the product and stuff like that. I'm gonna go back and forth, and it's a wire thing mouse, but it's good for carpal tunnel syndrome. It's not wireless, but we'll get into the price and everything when he comes in. We'll talk about that. So I give him the time and everything. So let's see. Bear with me. Okay. So any questions, anything? Let me know. So I'm back. Okay. Yeah, so it's the product. So I'm just gonna open this and show you this quickly. This is the company. One step at a time. I don't know what to show. Oh, this. Okay, cool. There you go. QuadraClicks is the name of the company. Here's some more information. Let me turn this off. Sorry, my apologies. So yeah, so the company is very good. I like the mouse. It's not your ordinary click mouse. It's different. So here's the website. Also, it's sold through the website and also Amazon. Y'all could, I'm gonna put all the description under below and all the discount and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna go open the box now. Do a little unboxing before the person comes in. Hey, Gadget Goddess, thanks for being here. Thank you, Michael Pepper, for putting the link there. Much appreciated. Before I open this, I want to highlight some comments. There's the link. Here is the mouse. Very nice packaging, as you can see. Foamy, light. It's not wireless, it's a cable. Grab the cable. I don't want to step on it. Long cable. The way you click is you click with these in the top. You don't click in the bottom. See, this your click. It's not like this one. You do the top fingers. You do right here. You click and you get used to it. Sorry, I don't have product showcase on. See, click to that. So you grab it and you click, click, click. You got to get used to it. Here's the branding of the product. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to show to my best. There you go. That's the branding of the product. You can see it better. Very shiny. Scroll wheel. Show you the back. Plastic material. But it's supposed to help you with your carpal tunnel syndrome because it's not ordinary clicking. The clicking, it comes from this part, the palm, is not from your fingers. Clarify that. A USB, braided cable. Now if y'all can see that. It's a braided cable, so durability is there of the product because the cable won't fray quick like other companies. Very light. And you know, the button to turn it on and off. So you have any questions, let me know. I will answer. Let me check, go back to the comments. Because it's right here, I don't want to drop nothing. It's not time to do a drop test. Let's keep it clean on the comments. Mom Dukes is here, and I would like to respect that. You don't want to put the hammer on nobody. Much like the person, but, you know. Yeah, so just reading the comment. Thanks for putting that, Michael Pepper. I like your new logo. I know the person's running late. I text the person, so I'm waiting for the reply back. See? So the product is very good. And also, I forgot to show you one more thing. Apologies. Side buttons right there, too. So it's supposed to help you with carpal tunnel syndrome. So it's very good with that because it's not the ordinary clicking with two fingers. You click with the palm rest. These two, I think this is the one that I was doing it. And it's a little to get used to it. Thanks for coming in, Chen. And there's a few people that know that person. And how I raise my old Mac when I don't know the password. Oh, you got to reset the password if you don't remember. So yeah, it's very good. I mean, the mouse is very good. I like it. It's very light and very easy to use. So the usability and the ease is right there. So. So yeah, make sure everything's clear. So you have any questions? There's the company price and there's the Amazon price, and you could check the price. You get a discount and all that on Amazon too. Yeah, this is to click. I think it's to move to the right, to the left. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I would test it right now, but I got my rake on, and I don't want explode nothing, and then disconnect my. Actually, let me see if I can put it in. No, because then I don't have. Oh yeah, right here. Let's see if it works. Bear with me, and I'll show you where the bond works. Shut this one off. Yeah, I'm using it right now. So, oh, the buttons to click stuff. Like, it went away, my chat. Okay. Now, go back. So in other words, the button is to scroll. One of the buttons, you scroll. Let me see if I can do it again. Yep. This one's to click and this one to, let me see if I could do it. Shut this off. Yeah, it's put it down. Yep, you see in the hand? and then you click back and forth and stuff like that. Basically, it's getting confused because I got my MX mouse on, so, but those are the buttons to remap, and the person will talk when he comes. Hopefully he comes up not too late. And the cable is good because the cable is, the rest is plasticky, but the cable is, thread cable, so it's strong cable, so let me show it again one more time, the cable. Here's the mouse, one more time. If anybody got questions, let me know. Just waiting for the person to respond. Give me a second, folks. Go back to the comments. Do you want to join me, Michael Pepper? I mean, and we could try to interview this person. Let me know. Put the word invite, because I'm inviting you. So if you want to come and just be a second help. I don't mind having more questions because you got the questions. Hydrate. Not sponsored, but good water. I mean, the learning curve is like everything. You got to get used to it. I'm still not there, but I'm working on it because I don't use it all the time because this is the mode that I use. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, once you get it, you get it. I had it for a second, but because I haven't used it for a while, so I lost it. So yeah, so the learning curve, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not really like a traditional mouse because, I mean, you click on the bottom. This is clicking with your palm rest. So therefore, that's the differences. And that's what's supposed to help you with the carpal tunnel syndrome. Because I got light carpal tunnel syndrome in my hands due to my other job, typing too much and doing too much stuff. But it's very light. It's went away. But my left hand swelled up, and I had to go to I had to leave the job. I couldn't take it, to be honest. I was in so much pain. Oops, I did that wrong. Pressed the wrong button. So yeah, so I'm looking at tech that is useful and tech that could benefit you and your health and prolong your productivity and stuff like that. And this is one of them, and it's very helpful and very good. I like the tech because it helps you to better yourself. It's helped you with the carpal tunnel syndrome. If you type in all day, and depending, it's not for gamers mouse, but it's for regular day use. If you do a lot of data entry and you type in doing a lot of let me fix myself, a lot of clerical stuff like that, it could help you stuff like that, administrate stuff like that. Give me a second, folks. So yeah, so in that, I've been looking at products like that and talk to companies and stuff like that and see what is the benefit and stuff like that. And because I'm trying to get the best prolong the longevity and stuff like that of your health. Health is very important. If you type in every day and you're doing stuff and you're working from your house and it's very good. If you're writing codes after codes, Also, an area of data analysis, it could help you too if you're coder engineer. So, any more questions, people? I could answer to my best ability. I'm just waiting because my guest is running a little late because he's in school too. So I don't know. Let's see over here. Yeah, carpal tunnel syndrome, no joke, and it still affects millions of people worldwide. So this mouse could be a godsend for them. Yeah, it's true. Especially in the clerical industry, depending certain environment, such as you know office job. I'll put a certain example. Certain job from banking. Um, what is it called? Law enforcement. Let me explain, like the court and stuff like that. Therefore, you type in if you type in the document and your legal, the legal secretary, a legal, like you type all the documents, take the document, the stenographers too, because they type that, but also the people that input in the computer, depending what system they use, it could be very useful in those areas. It's a key component. It's a key component to your help, and I like stuff like that. Very, 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 very much I know because once my hands swelled up real bad, I was like a monster. I had to go to the hospital get a cortisone, and it was bad. I was out for 2 months and a half. I couldn't type, doing light typing and stuff like that because I needed my hands to work. So showing my hands, it got real bad. It was no bueno. I'm telling you. So I'm glad. And we were using regular stuff, and it was back in the days, but technology has advanced. We got more stuff, and I like that the product is there to help you to better yourself. Like I said, to prolong your health on the type of job that you're doing. And it's sad as a million people get it, and it's true, and it sucks, but it is what it is. You got to keep that in mind too if you type in all the time. I think products like this are very beneficial. You just give it a go, a try. If you like it, and then you go and buy it and do what you got to do. It's all, I show you the information, and you do the buy information yourself. I just do the informative part. So far, I like it. And build quality is plastic, but it's very good because that's the purpose. You don't want to drag something that is heavy and unfittable with all that. That also could give fatigue to your hands because your wrists and everything. So, wrist. This is why this is my combo that I use. I'm glad that I bought this because I couldn't use this mouse without this. I don't know why. It was not comfortable. It's supposed to be one of the leading, but it didn't meet that in that category. It didn't meet the expectation, so I had to yeah, the Apple mouse. Let me go back. The Apple mouse that comes is good with your system, but let me read this comment and get into it and dissect it. The problem that I have, because I tested one of my friends, he had the Apple computer, my neighbor, and the thing is, I'll tell you the thing, honestly, it was low profile, and it hurt my wrist. And that was because I was doing it for 10 minutes. I was hoping to type a college report, one of my neighbors. So I was not really happy with that low profile. Yeah, it's the best usability because it's part of Apple. You got the gestures and everything is fully loaded. So and that aspect is very good because it's part of the ecosystem and the ease of use is right there. But it's low profile and the way you charge it is no bueno. So let me read this message quickly. Hey, Louis, how has the no? I read that already. Lots of fields that require using mouse for extending a period. Oh, 3D model, architect, real estate. Oh, yeah, that's true. Photography, videographer, gaming. Exactly what I was saying earlier. And, that's a very good comment right there. And it's true. A lot of industry need it for long periods of time, so that could help you. You know, very well said. But it's been 7:27. I don't know if the person is coming or not, but we spoke today and it's supposed to come, and I spoke after 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So not sure. I mean, if I would have prolonged it half an hour later, the interview, if was the problem, should have told me. But I digress. Also, if any yeah, moderator could grab the link for the actual Amazon and post it. I appreciate it if y'all could do that too, because it also having a company also have it on Amazon. So like, yeah, let me get back to chin. The Apple mouse for me is very low profile. It's sit close to the. It's not as tall as this mouse or traditional mouse. I don't like the curvature, so therefore it's not for me. But the thing is that honestly, it didn't work for me. And for the price, I mean, it's good if you're using the ecosystem, you get advantage of it. But I think this is 10 times better. It's three three components. But I digress. We'll talk about this. This is not the show, but I'm just saying that there's better mouses out there that can help you. And this one, it might be one of your solutions. I mean, you could try it and see and everything. And if you like it, because returning policies and everything. Let me go over here. Chin, with all due respect, Apple mice are some of the worst mice. Amen to that. You spoke my language. They are too narrow and too short in height, low profile, as Wood says, and therefore they can cause wrist pain, not to prevent it. Thank you that you are on point, people, today answering my questions. But then again, you try, and if it fit your needs, it fit your needs. If it don't, but I'll second that. What everything that Sharkfin said, Mark, is applicable for me, and for the majority of people. I see reviews on the Apple product, and they say that some use it because it's part of the ecosystem. But if it's not going to benefit you, no, no, no. I don't know what company or mouse you're using, but the Apple mouse is not it. Give me a second. Now, I would say something about this. This bottom piece, put it close. You see the contrast? Matte black. I wish the top was matte black. Yes, we know what we're talking about. The old fingerprint. Other than that, the mouse is nice. It works. It does what it's supposed to. It's fine with me. I like it a lot. But the thing is just, I wish it was all matte black. Okay, I use my Apple mouse with my iMac a little different than most. I like the swipe gestures for scrubbing through the timeline, and that there isn't individual buttons. But that's true. But you could get the pad the trackpad and do that. I think the trackpad is 10 times better. And I use an app to enable tabs and surfaces, so no clicking, no required, and it helps quite a bit to reduce the strain. I don't know how you do it. For me, it's just too low. I need something, not too low, not too high. This, like this itself, is high. I'm not gonna deny. That's why I need to use this. But when I got this combo, it's perfectly work and tune, no problem. I'm liking it, meeting my expectation. I'm happy with it, so cool with that. For me, yeah, that's why I keep referring to for me. I can't speak with anybody else. Everybody's different, but for me, that's the way it works. Let me see something. Give me a second, folks, to fix this cable over here. So, okay, let me go back over here. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't use it a lot anymore since I have my MacBook and Windows laptop and trackpad. It's so much easier and nicer. Yep, I get your point. I mean, I never been a trackpad person. I don't know whenever I get it a MacBook, if I get a laptop, I don't know, whatever I get, I might be a different story. But I'm always gotta have a mouse. I don't know. Just never got accustomed to the trackpad on laptops. I'm always carrying an external mic everywhere that I go with my laptop. When I used to use it outside, now I got an iPad, so I don't need that. Even that, I mean, I guess my iPad is skin, so maybe that's why the trackpad, it bothered me a little bit. Maybe that's the why I skin it. But other than that, I don't know how good it is because I didn't give it a chance. I just skinned it before I started using the actual iPad Magic Keyboard. Anybody got any more questions or anything? Oh, let me just. Okay, let me see. Uh, this is a little delay, or am I seeing things? Oh, it's in the bottom. Yeah, Luis, which mouse is your daily driver? The Logic MS. This one is my daily mouse. Uh, will you hold it up for a minute? Yeah, the MX keys, the MX line. You put this, everybody and their mother on YouTube using it. Billions and billions of people got this. Everybody use this. This is the tech mouse. Give me a second. I'll go over here and show you. And this is not it. Bear with me. This is a uh, it's the new model because it just came out after about months. A month later, the Logic MX Master S3 came out. That's what it is. The Logic MX Master S3 is the one that came. I mean, I don't know why. I have it extra low. Y'all can read that. I don't know. To be honest, I've never been a fan of trackpads on the laptops. Never, never, never. So that's one thing. Yeah, I can't deny or confirm that shark fin because I never owned one. So therefore, that's to be a question mark remaining. Links and everything will be on the description once this live stream finish. I guess I don't know. I don't think the guest is coming, but the Logitech looks really nice. What is the cost? $99. And they come in two colors. Pale gray and oops. What the? That's it, pale gray, and then the color that I have. But this one didn't match. Well, it matched my system, but I don't know why I didn't buy this color. Got the traditional one. It's Windows. Okay, it's a USB-C on Bluetooth, Windows, Linux, and Chrome. A pale gray. I should have got the pale gray because everybody got the black one, but it doesn't matter. So let me read this comment. When I got my MX mouse from Amazon, the first one didn't work and looked like it had been used. They sent a replacement and a refund. That speaks for Logic as a company. Oh, so you got it for free? For free? You know who said that? Our boy. But anyway, wow. So you got the deal of the century. I know you said that to me, but I didn't remember. I just wow. Yeah, their customer service is very good. They do a lot of product for Apple too, and you know the company is very good. Read this comment. Michael, good to hear, and yes, great customer service means everything in today's ultra competitive environment. Yeah, it is because customer service in general, if it's not there, the company is no bueno. Because that's what make go there the ease, talk to the person, get this. That's why I think certain companies got good customer service. Oh, shaky cam. Bear with me, folks. I'm gonna give it a call to this person, see what's going on. Okay, just continue. What else? So I'll tell you the differences between the new mouse and the old of the Logitech is that the new one is the clicking is not loud. I got the MS keys and as the battery life on both the keyboard and the mouse has been fantastic. Yeah, I got the Logic, but I don't got the MS key. I got the MS Logic MX Craft. I got the Craft with the one with the knob and the battery is exceptional on both. Yeah, yeah. It was a misunderstanding on the timing, a different time zone. So I'm waiting for the person to come in. I send them the link, but I don't see the person. And let me see. Give me a second, folks. Bear with me.
Hi.
There you go. I can see you now perfectly.
Sorry about
Is
that. My bad.
no,
I
it's
totally thought it was
confusing
going
as
to be
fun.
7 o'clock at my time. I'm in California.
No worries. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I talked about it. We could extend it half an hour more. So I'll go an hour
Yeah,
and 30 minutes.
I don't have my product with me. I don't have the RBT mouse with me right now. Oh, he has it. Good. Hey,
I got everything.
hey, you got the right above touch RBT mouse
Yep.
design.
So I spoke about the coloring and everything, and I would say it was matte black, all of it, because fingerprints. But other than that, it's very light. It's got a cable. It's very helpful for carpal tunnel syndrome. You don't click with the front fingers. You click with the palm. With the palm. What else I could say about it? Can you speak about these buttons?
Yeah, so the reverse activating center button is designed for you to click using the proximal phalanges, or the first knuckles of your fingers when you're doing the clicks underneath here. And the elevated buttons allows you to rest your fingers when you're not clicking, because the front button where it's underneath your fingertips it's not movable, so you can use it as another added surface control. So you can kind of move it around with that, and you're clicking using the first phalanges during each mouse click, and it's designed to be more stable, so that because it's centered click, each time you're clicking it, the mouse is not going to move, which saves you time and effort from having to correct your cursor position after each mouse click. And the clicking done using the knuckle area, or the first knuckles in this too, is actually much easier because it takes less effort for clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
before we continue, I just want to introduce yourself, the company purpose and mission, and everything that we get to the mouse, because I don't want to jump all over the place.
Yeah. So, sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, introduce yourself, the mission of the company, and then we'll talk about more about the mouse.
Yeah, so my name is Qeric Koten. I created QuadraClicks out of 5 years after college. After I realized I needed to share what I've made in an effort to correct my own carpal tunnel hand from playing too much League of Legends. And our mission is to help people with carpal tunnel syndrome and helping them correct that carpal tunnel induced by fingertip clicking habit. And that takes about it took me about 18 months for self-correction, and it should help you as well. Our mission is to help people with wrist injuries one hand at a time. And we're looking forward to spread the message and let people know that. Sorry, I'm in the ice rink, and there's a lot of people walking by. So basically, what we found out is this: like how you get carpal tunnel, the wrist pain is not so much from what the corporate story has told you, that is how you hold the mouse. It's not. How you hold the mouse has no relevancy in what actually creates the carpal tunnel in your wrist in the first place. It's where you click it, because each time you're clicking the mouse with the fingertips, that actually accumulates pressure inside your wrist in the palm area, and from that is how you get injured in your hand. So the RBT mouse design bypasses that when you're clicking using the knuckles, not the fingertips. When you're using the first phalange, when you're using from this area and this area, so first and second digit phalanges in these two areas, when you're clicking, the forces are being migrated from that of the wrist into that of your forearm. So you can try this at home if you're watching this live stream now. Go ahead and press your hand. Press one hand with the other. Go like this. I just push it forward, and you'll feel the pressure building inside the forearm where the major muscles are, opposed to clicking using the fingertips where the pressure accumulation is right here in the palm. So the biomechanics behind this is basically using a bypass mechanism, the biomechanics to completely avoid having carpal tunnel pressure being built within the wrist, which is the area that is susceptible to injury. So once we have figured that out, that's when we realized, hey, this is the greater message for people who are currently using a computer mouse for either work or play. It's not about how you hold it, right? The sideway mouse, known as the ergonomic mouse, is completely useless. When you're using the sideway mouse, you're trying to, as an effort to correct your carpal tunnel hand, it's just not going to help you. So, people who are saying like, oh yeah, when I turn to the side, but the pain seems to go away. Well, that's true, because you're no longer agitating the area where the pressure is happening, but the process hasn't stopped. It's still happening as you're clicking away with your fingertips. Each mouse click is going to add more pressure inside the wrist, and that in turn is going to build the injury over time. So the right solution, as we humbly present to you, the RBT mouse solution, is to, by clicking differently, switch the clicking position and from the vulnerable areas such as your wrist, and change that to the forearm, the major muscle groups, and you're no longer susceptible to hand wrist injuries. And I rest my case here. So we are being endorsed by multiple doctors across the country, hand therapists, carpal tunnel surgeons, as well as hospitals. You can look us up, QuadraClicks.com. We have all the doctors' endorsements there on our website. You can also go to carpalrx.com. That's Dr. Mike Zenikis. He has a page specifically dedicated to mouse wrist-related carpal tunnel syndrome and tendinopathy, and he strongly endorses the RBT mouse, QuadraClicks RBT mouse, for people that are experiencing work comp related issues. So that's another thing in corporate. That's basically where our bread and butter is. We present ourselves as the I dare say the medical, I quote unquote medical solution for people having wrist problems, from mouse related usage. But we do have a verified technical solution for people in IT, people who are working in design, people who are working in the office space where you're spending literally hours a day clicking away, doing mundane work schedule related type of jobs. We have lawyers, we have accountants, we have architects, designers, engineers, system engineers, people who are using Revit, using ArchiCAD, people who are doing drafting all day. These are the customers. These are our people who are backing the story that we're presenting here, for QuadraClicks. And people say, "Oh, you're just selling a product here." I mean, like, in a way I am, but I've been an entrepreneur and working on the QuadraClicks project for over 7 years now. We started the company back in 2016, and this 7 years later we're still here and we're growing strong. You can find us on QuadraClicks.com. You can find us on Amazon. You can see what people are saying about the RBT mouse. And in fact, we do giveaways once a month. So you can contact me if you have carpal tunnel with the doctor's verified note. I'd be happy to send you a free unit so that you can review it. And the only thing we ask from you is a testimonial. If you do have that, verified. Sorry, carry my mouse.
Yeah, and also I would like to ask you a couple of questions if you don't mind. So when you was creating this idea, what it sparked you, how it come about? Because how you got introduced this one day. You were like, oh, I want to do this, and I don't know.
All right, so funny you asked that, because when I first made the RBT mouse, it wasn't like I'm gonna create something that's gonna change the world. It was more like my hand hurts and I want to play League of Legends. This is like when it first came out, 2009. I give like 1,500 hours in the first year. Going to UC Riverside, and this is before esports was a thing. And they started making esports into a league in 2013. This is when they first started introducing the big $5 million tournament and all. But by that time, I already graduated, right? But before I graduated, this is when they introduced the game. I was a fanatic, like literally day in, day out. I wake up playing League of Legends, go to bed playing League of Legends. It was. I skipped classes for this. Like college was okay, but it was not. It was like I skipped school for this. So. Hey, Spencer. I gave like 1,500 hours in that first year, and my hand was like just tormented. It was torn out so bad I could not grab anything with this right hand right here. I would try to hold somebody's hand when I meet somebody for the first time. Like, hey, every time my hand, nice to meet you, and they gave me a firm grip. Right? I scream like a little girl because it hurts so much. And during when it gets cold at night, I have to keep it warm, or else the pain would the nerve would hurt, because the myelin shaft covering the nerves and the neurons in my hand was where they were exposed, and I could tell that at the time my right hand, I lost so much mass in my right hand. It was significantly smaller than my left, and I'm right-handed, right? So it was really strange. Everything started when you have the carpal tunnel area being blocked because of the inflammation, and that fluid buildup inside my hand just basically killed my pinky and my ring finger, because it went from numb to withdrawal to curled up. It was at one point it was like this. I couldn't straighten it. At one point it was like this. So I had to get a brace just to keep it straightened, and that was the lowest point in my life. Where,
no, I do feel you.
Sorry.
I do feel you, because my banking job and my hands, even though I don't use the mouse with that, but I had it on my left because of too much typing. So I know where you're coming from. It got swollen up so bad that I had to take a leave. Not absent. I used to go to work and do light work duty, like file or something. But it was so much in pain that 2 months and a half, I was out. And then when I came back, I was doing light duty job because my hand, all this one swelled up and just swelled up. I don't know when one day I couldn't. It was like a break. I couldn't move it. I left my job. I said, look, either fire me. I know I've been here so many years, but I can't do nothing. I got to go. They saw me. They said, you could go. And then I got a cortisone shot. And after that, I got light carpal tunnel syndrome. But, I'm glad that, I did what I had to do to take care of myself. But I wish it was in my life earlier. It would have been better. You know what I mean?
For those who are watching us, I wanted to share with you a bit of a secret self-therapy where you can actually apply to yourself today if you're experiencing what Luis is experiencing today with your left hand. So basically, all the RBT mouse is really doing is when it elevates the buttons, it allows your hand to be fully relaxed, and it kind of helps you bend backward a little bit. When you're clicking using these areas, it's kind of like doing micro stretches because it's pushing you back. When you're clicking, this micro motion of micro extension, of stretching movement is actually what helps you clear out the blockage inside the hand. Inside the hand from when you're doing these micro stretch movements. So if you do with the other hand, all you got to do is this: just grab your right hand. Say this is the keyboard hand, the left hand, and you just go like this, and you push it back ever so slightly, and you do a little bit of this. Just do this for a couple hundred times a day, and that should actually ideally work the same thing as the mouse is doing, because that's what you need. You go to any hand therapist, they'll tell you to do the same thing. But this is free medication, right? So essentially, the RBT mouse is a mind fake where you don't think about micro stretching with a constant effort, but instead you're just letting it happen as you work, right? So imagining like doing a therapy work without you noticing is actually therapy. But that's essentially what it is for you. I don't have a solution for the keyboard as of yet, but I'm thinking about how to do it, and I do have a rough idea. But for now, just do the micro stretching for the other hand, and that should do it. Yeah.
And what else I was going to ask you? What else? Okay. I want to talk about this. The longevity of this product, how long you think it'll last? Like 1, 3 years, 4 years?
Okay, so I know on our website we have
you take it, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I know on our website it says that there's a 1 year warranty option, there's a 3 year warranty option, but like I'm gonna open my mouth anyway and I say this, hate me all you like, but it's not meant to break. Now here's why: because the buttons are not located. The actuation buttons are not directly placed below your fingers. So when you're clicking using the knuckles and whatnot, the buttons are actually right in the middle somewhere. Like it's slightly off. So when you're clicking, you're using a leveraged board where that each time you click, the force is not so harsh on the buttons itself. So you can use it forever. It shouldn't break. But the expected life expectancy for the actual buttons is about, I think it's 30 million clicks, right? So 30 million clicks is a long time. If you're just using it for regular work or regular play, it should last you anywhere between 3 to 5 years. I mean, it's not gonna break. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good because people ask questions, longevity product and all that. And I like the product because it's very light. The only thing that I would do is the top matte black because fingerprints, but that's a preference thing. Other than that, it's wonderful. I like the cable braided. It's very strong, like I'm pulling. So everything is there for me, and it's very light. Don't take that as a weak product because it's not. I tested for a whole week. I love it. It worked for me. I had no problem, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if one person want to test it and give their testimonial so I can put it on my channel. But that's if the person want to be on camera. So I cannot promise nothing. So.
That's because.
But other than that, it meets all the requirements. You did a great job. Not because you're in front of me. I'm saying because I tested myself. I like to test things first and make sure. Yeah.
I remember I did this product like 3 months ago, right?
Yeah, so I was busy, family dead and everything. So, but at least it gave me a long time to test it. So my testimonial is not a 2 weeks testimonial. I had it for a long time, so I could vouch for the product. So I got a question from Shark Fin. So let me see if I can read it. So that should be a QuadraClick company motto. Click definitely just may have a lawyer ready in case Apple attorney come calling. Think different.
You
He's
know,
joking.
that's exactly the right approach. We have that as our thing. Click differently. Yes, click different. Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's one more one more technical aspect I could cover. So
go ahead. I'm
you
listening.
can hold the mouse up for a second. I'll show people what it is. So like the shape of the mouse, right? You can see it's lower on the back end and taller in the front. So when you're holding the mouse like this, your finger, your palm is not supposedly to be touching the body of the mouse at all. You're basically resting your fingers on it, but your palm is not touching the mouse. And the reason for that is this: when you are having your palm supported, quote unquote, supported by the mouse body, you're actually creating pressure inside the wrist. But more so, there's another aspect. Let's see, there's another aspect is when your palm. This is where your sweat glands are. So when your palm is touching the mouse body, you're actually generating a lot of sweat. So that discomfort actually subconsciously encourages you to lower to actually raise your elbow in an effort to create some distance between the hand and the mouse body. And what this does is, you know, as you lift your elbow, above the level of the wrist, not only does that create pressure inside the wrist, it also raises your shoulder. So if you ever wonder why you have a headache after using a computer mouse for a couple of hours, this is why, because it stretches the neck. When you raise your shoulder, it stretches the neck, and that's how you get a headache. So the RBT mouse, when you use it correctly, you can actually lay in the sofa and just enjoy yourself while you're using the mouse. And the elbow can definitely be lower than the level of the wrist, so that way you can just click away without having to worry about having any kind of discomfort whatsoever. So that's the other aspect of the RBT mouse design. Yeah.
And what else? What else? I was going to ask you. Um, oh, you're at Amazon too. Okay, cool. And those are the two companies that you are, right? Just Amazon and the actual website of the company.
Yeah, QuadraClicks.com and Amazon.com. That's where we currently sell it at. We used to sell that different across the board everywhere else, but then it's really hard to be consistent with our message. So we decided to not work with a distribution company any longer. It used to be with Ingram Micro and Cinex. So we basically jumped out of the program and started doing things on our own end. I'm surprised nobody has asked me about why is it called a QuadraClicks, because the click speed is literally 4 times faster than a regular mouse. You can, if you play any kind of League of Legends, or if you do another a musical game called OS or OSU, OSU, in Japanese it's called OS, right? You click away. So it's almost impossible to play that game with the mouse alone. But if you play it with the RBT mouse, it's totally possible with just the mouse alone. And if you measure yourself in a 10 seconds interval, I mean, I average about 8.4 clicks per second. It's not even 4 clicks per second. It's like I get 8 clicks per second. And you can try it out right now, Louis, if you have that program open up, where they can test your click speed, click and accuracy speed. Just do that, and you'll be wowed. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Let me try because I got my whole Greg system on. I don't want to disconnect me off the actual live stream. I could give it a try.
Yeah.
So let me. So okay, I got the mouse. So what should I do now?
Okay, so Google any kind of click speed test. They usually have this thing that has like a red box where it's telling you to click within as fast as you can within the red box, for the next 10 seconds, and just do that. And then you try the RBT mouse click and see how many clicks you can get.
Okay, give me a second.
So normally when you see people are used to seeing jitter clicks, right? Jitter clicks is a thing where a lot of Minecraft players will do when they jitter click to get a faster result. But jitter click is very inconsistent, and you lose control. But with the RBT mouse, because the buttons are looking in the center, each time you click, the mouse will stay put where you intentionally want it to be. Hence, it'll give you a higher accuracy and precision over each click. Because it's clicking using the first phalange and does not stress the end of your fingertips, so each time you're clicking it, your fingers don't get tired. That's the key thing. It doesn't get tired. That's just why if you play you're playing like a click intensive game like League of Legends or even Overwatch, FPS type of games or Fortnite, your head doesn't get tired. Like, it doesn't seem like a big difference, in any kind of gameplay for the first 15 minutes. But after about 15 minutes, your opponent's hands get tired. Their play's gonna suffer and get worse. But you're just hitting the sweet spot, and you're gonna get better and better in the game because your hand and wrist doesn't get tired. You can outperform anybody with the RBT mouse. You just have to learn to use it. It weighs 105
I'm gonna try
grams.
because I'm not good at it, so I'm very weak. So bear with me.
No problem. Yeah, take your time. I'm
So,
here at the parking lot. Just.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the program. This program.
I'm here at the parking lot. You can see my back. This is the ice rink I'm in. I'm about to go ice skating in a little bit, but I totally forgot about the timing. I'm so sorry, man, Louis. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do my 2-hour session, and I saw you call me.
No worries. Yeah.
Huh. That's a big bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop doing this because it's not working with my system. I got my whole camera rig. Yeah.
There, okay.
Yeah, so anything that you want to say? The last thing that you want to say? Oh, I got one more question.
You guys want to go in first?
Really, that's one more question.
Yeah. No problem.
Is that your daughter?
No, these are just people coming in for the ice skating session. See?
Oh, so yeah, I got one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought that QuadraClicks was a clever play on word. Sound very similar to quadrics and equation. Laugh aloud. That's good. Yeah. Anything you want to say? The last parting words. Anything you want to say?
I mean, how do I say this? Like, I remember when I made the company into a thing, right? Like, this is before like the idea even came in place. I remember something like, when one door closes, God will open a window for you, right? Like, it's like, out of your pain will come your greatest gain. I firmly believe that. And this was like 13 years ago, when I was suffering really bad from my hand, and I was in agony all the time, and I was just bitching, just bitching to everybody. I'm like, shit, my life sucks, like I was just bitching everywhere I go, like depression, whatever, no friends. Shit, when you're a serious gamer, bro, like when you're a serious gamer, like you forget about dating, like you don't have any social life. Like my grades suffered, and I had a 2.999 GPA intentionally, just so that I couldn't be forced to go to get a master degree from my parents. That was me being a freaking rebel, right? I just wanted to be that rebel. So it's like the RBT is actually QuadraClicks, rebel real. The reason I called it is because I thought I was a real rebel here. Looking at all my peers going to like, grad school and doing their thing, and I'm like, here I am, finished with my bachelor's and just decided to go to work and conquer life. But soon enough, I found out, having a wrist issue, like it's a confidence killer. It's a big confidence killer. I hated my life at that time. It just didn't work out. I gained a lot. I gained a ton of weight. I gained a ton of weight. That weakened wrist, the fact that I couldn't even lift the phone with my fingers, like it was debilitating on a mental level. I was depressed. I didn't have the drive to go to gym or do anything really. I just very demotivated, and all that because I lost grip. So I thought, shit, man, like life is so bad. Like why fucking continue, right? So like at one point I thought about just ending this shit altogether. And I remember I went with a bunch of friends. We were at Big Bear. Also his name is Louis. The guy gave me free rides. Louis and his wife. We went to Big Bear, snowboarding. And I remember when I was like doing the intermediate level, and I fell on my ass, right? Like landed on my neck. Not even kidding. Landed on my neck. And at one moment, like I see lights in my head. I was just like, just laying there, and didn't want to get up. But that feeling was so. How do I say this? That feeling was so miraculous. Pain was gone for a good 10 to 15 minutes. I didn't feel any pain. I was just laying in the snow. I was like laying there. I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel any pain. And that time, I was like, wait a second, life is meant to be more than this, you know? Like, you know, didn't God tell you that when you're out of your greatest pain, you're gonna get your greatest joy and gain, right? So make your pain into your greatest gift in life. So I believe that, right? So I started praying. I'm just like, you know, I said, Lord, if you're real, show me a sign, right? Show me a sign. So that week, as I was driving home back to Roland Heights from Riverside on the 60 freeway, I was just, you know, at the time I was a diehard Christian, right? Today I don't go to church anymore. I feel pretty bad. But like at the time I was going on 60 freeway, I had this song going on called "Blessed Be Your Name," which is going on the radio, and I was singing to it. I was like, you know, 97.9, I think that was the station. And I was just driving down the 60, going westbound, and as I'm driving, I'm just like singing, right? Like I see a rabbit with wings, and then like it flew, like, you know, it's like a vision, just flew to my hand, and I'm like, a rabbit mouse? What the heck is this? Right? But I pulled over to the side of the road immediately, and I chucked that idea down. I pulled over to the road immediately, and I chucked the idea down, right? And, you know, like, I started working on it a little more. I drew out pictures on a, you know, those chemistry lab books?
Mhm.
The one when you go to college, when you're in college, the chemistry lab books with grids, those with the grids on it. So yeah, the first design I drew on that paper. I drew that on that paper. So when I put that on that paper, yeah, and I'm like, you know, like the more I worked on it, the more it made sense. So I'm like, you know, hey, maybe I should press forward. So I spent the next 2.5 years pitching the idea to a bunch of manufacturers. When I did that, nobody wanted to like work on it, even contemplate it. So I had to, like, you know, I had to upgrade my presentation. I went from a you know, high school presentation board, yes, the one you get from Office Depot, and
There
then
you go.
to a 3D printed design, right, from Shapeway. I think it was like Shapeway, and I paid like $60 for that 3D design. You know, I paid another guy on Fiverr like $45 to make the design printable, right? My 2D into a 3D print. And then I took that design to CES in January 2015. And from that design, I pitched it to a bunch of manufacturers. One guy was interested, and he's like, if you're serious about it, you know, fly to China after Chinese New Year's and talk to my team and see what we can do. Anyhow, I went there, and then I spent another $2,500 for the first, you know, $2,500 for the initial prototype. You know, used that, and I hated it because it was so uncomfortable. The first RBT mouse I made in my hand was so uncomfortable, and I just didn't like it. And the fact that I had carpal tunnel really bad one, so when I started using it, it was hurting my hand. It was hurting my hand so bad. So today I understand why, because when you're initially using the RBT mouse, it's a habit changer, right? So when you're clicking, you're like, why is this hurting my hand? I don't want to use this. But hear me out. This is what happened to me. Okay, so because I'm clicking a lot closer to the injury site, you know, the first phalange is much closer to the injury site, so you're gonna feel some pain. But when you're stretching it out through micro movements, like, it's actually a slowly recovering process. It's gonna help your hand heal. So as you're moving it closer to the knuckle area during each mouse click, it actually stretches out the ligaments. So the old injury sites get stretched out, and it also exercises your forearm, right, where the major muscle groups are in your forearm, and what's in between gets opened up. So that opening process of the size of the thimble for your carpal tunnel, you know, helps out draining out the fluid that's already being built in the carpal tunnel, and that in turn helps me heal. It took me 18 months total to get rid of the pain. First thing you notice is the numbness going away. That'll take about a month. Once the numbness goes away, after that, you're gonna feel your hand in some kind of soreness and pain. In about 3 months or so, you're gonna start to feel itchiness inside of it. That's a very good thing, because once you feel the itchiness, you know that the muscles, you know, around the myolith or around the carpal tunnel and the ligaments, they're slowly recovering. It's like after a hard workout, you're gonna feel sore in the next 2 or 3 days after, but that's a really good sign. So as you're recovering, you know, keep in mind to keep stretching your hand, and exercise, and keep doing more, you know, and
Yeah.
you're gonna recover. Yeah.
I'll say the last thing. The reason that even though I got a light, the reason I know a lot because my cousin had in both hands. She got to get operated. She had it real bad that she couldn't even move her arm. I saw her arm go numb. I was for her, helping her. And then when a couple of years later, I got light carpal tunnel syndrome, it was no joke. As soon as it hit me, I went to the hospital. I didn't wait no time. I did my research. I did my stretches, like you said. I did everything because I was not going to go down like her. But with that said, I want to close this. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Anything you
Thank
want
you,
to say
Louis.
to my audience or anything, it's up to you. The mic is yours. The last parting words.
This life that we have on Earth, my brother, is meant to be shared with joy, laughter, and lots of love. I love you guys, and I really appreciate you. And I will say that for those who are watching the live stream, I have a special discount for you guys. And that is, if you message Louis directly within the 24 hours of this live stream, and you show him that you have a doctor's note that you are being diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome, I will personally send you a free RBT mouse. And the only thing I want from you is this: you're going to use it for about 3 months, and then you're going to write me a testimonial. You can write me a testimonial, and for the minimum, do a selfie picture, and then with that mouse, and then tag me on Instagram. That's the minimum. I would be really I'd be enjoy if you do like a 1 minute short video and telling people how RBT mouse has changed your life. Okay, so we are real, and we are serious about changing people's life habits. Don't let the corporates sell you ideas on these flashy LED lights designs that doesn't do anything for you. This world is about to change, and those who change the world are those who are brave enough to say that I can, and I think you can too, right? So yeah, life is short, bro. I mean, let's make it count.
Yep. With that said, thanks everybody for coming in. With that said, I salute you.
Hoorah.
Thanks for everything. And I'll see you on the interweb streets later, my brother.
All right. Hoorah.
Bye-bye, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.